Right now at 6, Newton County authorities charge a Joplin man in connection to this week's shooting incident.
And we've got a very warm day ahead of us. Once again, clouds increasing later. We'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, some Kansas voters expressed concerns over possible redistricting plans.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAO Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is now Thursday, October the 16th, a very bittersweet Thursday here in the 4 states, as this is Elise Snowy's last day with us.
It certainly is. If you haven't been watching this week, we made the announcement that I'll be going closer to home. But it's been so rewarding, and I just want to thank you all at home for tuning in every morning, watching us, waking up with us, welcoming us into your homes. It's been a pleasure to start my broadcast journalism career here, and of course, Chris, thank you so much for sharing the desk with me and the studio with me as well.
Well, I mean, you've got just a dominant presence down here. At least we're certainly going to miss you. As she said, she's heading back home, and you folks at home, if you've watched local news long enough, you know this is a starting point for many great journalists like Elise here that they want to go back home, and that's what she's getting ready to do. Some of us are like me. We're from here, and you're going to be stuck with me until I grow old and retire, and we've got some time before that happens. But at least we're very sad to lose you, but very excited that you're finally able to get a lot closer to home, see your family a little more often, because that's also extremely important. And you know what else is extremely important? If all of us rally together, maybe we can all speak to Mother Nature. We can send up a message on a balloon, something, however it works, because it's still September.
It certainly is. What's your do it for me one last time?
Okay, so today then would be based on our weather conditions. This is September 46th.
Continue this.
I mean, I'm telling you, at this point, it is just continuing to go. We're going to start the live look, of course, outside downtown Pittsburgh. It looks phenomenal. We've got clear skies and a cooler start to the day. Now, we're still 10 to 15 degrees above normal, but we are a little cooler because we didn't have any clouds overnight, so that warm air escaped. 7th and Rangeline looking good as well. Same from the MoDOT camera at 20th and Rangeline as we get this Thursday underway. Do have some patchy fog, some denser fog now in the Washington County, southern Chautauqua County, western Newata County, and some light fog now building in once again into parts of Barton County and Crawford County out there. So again, it is patchy fog. It is very isolated fog, but you still want to watch out there and just be cautious as you head out this morning. After the fog burns off, which it shouldn't last much beyond 8 a.m. if it doesn't burn off earlier than that, we will have clear skies initially. Once we get past 2 o'clock, clouds increase, and they do so pretty quickly across the region. It won't take us very long to go mostly cloudy, and although it may look like it's going to rain later today, we are not expecting any rain later today, but over the next couple of days, that's what we've got to start watching. We have a level 1 out of 5 risk for tomorrow. This is going to be for after 10 o'clock tomorrow night into early Saturday morning, which will run through about, this outlook will run through about 7 a.m. on Saturday, and then this one takes over. Most of us, again, and that level 1 out of 5 risk, we do have that level 2 out of 5, and that is more so for new development expected as the storm system pushes through. That will happen late afternoon, early evening, and exit very quickly, but any storms we get late in the day again on Saturday could all become strong to severe pretty quickly, but they should also exit very quickly as well. Our temperatures this morning, again, still above normal, but better than where they have been. Take a look. Grove, Jay, still cool spots out there, 57 apiece. We've got a lot of upper 50s, and we also have some low 60s out there as well as we get this Thursday underway. So kids heading out the door, clear skies, maybe some patchy fog, about 60, 78 and sunny for lunch and recess. Clouds increasing 83 as they head home today. We're looking at the mid 60s by 9, about 80 by noon, and our highs today low to mid 80s, so well above average once again with a south breeze at 5 to 10. Now we have those thunderstorms incoming, and we're going to break down the timing, what we're expecting, and what you need to know here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, Crawford County commissioners hold the key to a $500 million solar farm project near Mulberry. This comes after the Mulberry City Council approves a request to annex more than 1,600 acres into the city. Now, it would be what they're calling an island annexation located about 6 miles southwest of Mulberry, just east of US 69. The Mulberry City Clerk tells us the property owners are already leasing the land to Shasta Power. The company plans to invest about $500 million into the project, including $200 million in storage batteries. Melissa Rhodes represents the handful of landowners involved. Now, it could be a win for Mulberry if the annexation is approved. Rhodes says they could see tax revenue from Shasta starting as early as January 1st. Rhodes says by state law, the county commissioners have only 3 questions to consider when the item is on their agenda. Have landowners asked to be annexed? Have they consented? And will annexation impede future development for that area? Now, according to the Mulberry City Clerk, once the county receives the proposal, the county commission has 30 days to act. The city hopes to mail that proposal by the end of the week. And authorities have officially charged Montana Landsaw of Joplin in connection with a gunfire incident this week. It happened around 9:30 Monday night at the Hillside Estates in Newton County. Officers responded to reports of gunshots at that location. They discovered there had been a disturbance between multiple people at one of the homes. Now, according to the report, Landsaw drew a handgun and fired several shots toward other people. He then ran to another home but surrendered 2 hours later to authorities. No one was injured. Landsaw is now facing multiple charges, including felony unlawful use of a weapon. Well, battle lines are being drawn ahead of the 2026 midterms. While redistricting a state's congressional map is typically done during a census year, some states like Missouri have passed new maps that some say favor one political party over another. As Chandler Watkins reports, Kansas may become the next state in that battle.
I don't think this redistricting is fair. We are not in a census year. They just did it in 2022. They're not doing it to help voters or citizens of Kansas. They're doing it to accrue more power for themselves, and I'm totally against that.
When asked about redrawing the map, Kansas Senate President Ty Masterson said in part, quote, "Our aim is to simply strengthen Kansas's Republican representation in Congress to back President Trump's agenda." The concern for those tonight was Republicans were looking to redraw a blue Johnson County.
I want them to know that we are not for this and that we want to keep the district the way it is now.
It's very disappointing. I feel like our government works best when it's fair and when people are electing their representatives, not when representatives are choosing their people.
There were several organizations set up at this event, like the Voters' Rights Network of Wyandotte County, where attendees could sign up and stay informed with not only what's happening at the state level, but what's happening in their communities. Mary Von Beekler, who attended, leads a group of those looking to get involved and encourages others to do the same.
If you can become aware and pass it on to your neighbor and help them, there are also people who want to help, but they don't know what to do. And so if you can be advised and then take it to somebody else, that's the best thing.
Now, Laura Kelly, the state's Democratic governor, opposed Republican-led efforts to redraw the state's congressional map in both 2022 and this year. She calls the attempts politically motivated. And now, of course, you can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, and sports with the KOAM Plus TV streaming app. It's available on Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV Plus, and Roku. It's also available on our news and weather apps, as well as our website. Watch live streaming anytime, absolutely free. The KOAM Plus TV streaming app. Well, students at Carthage Junior High School wrapped up Hispanic Heritage Month with a celebration of food and culture. Senora Brooks's exploratory Spanish classes hosted their annual Hispanic Food Day, where students brought in homemade Latin dishes, sampled new flavors, and learned about the countries behind each recipe. It was a hands-on way to explore diversity and appreciation beyond the classroom. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather coming up on the KOAM Morning News. The U.S. Supreme Court could dramatically change how states redraw congressional districts. Plus, new evidence shows your social environment affects brain health and Alzheimer's risk. And warm and sunny conditions today, also tracking storms this weekend. Chris has a look at your forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. Time now, 6:09. We'll be right back. Well, topping Nation Watch, the Supreme Court heard arguments in a case challenging Louisiana's congressional map yesterday, but the impact could have far-reaching political implications nationwide. The justices appeared poised to restrict when and how states can use race when drawing up legislative districts, a ruling that would dramatically change the rules for how states go about redistricting. CBS's Jan Crawford has details from Washington.
What could happen? What would the results on the ground be?
I think the results would be pretty catastrophic.
Janai Nelson, president of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, argued Wednesday that Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is crucial to maintaining black representation in Congress.
We only have the diversity that we see across the South, for example, because of litigation that forced the creation of opportunity districts under the Voting Rights Act.
But lawyers for the state of Louisiana and the Trump administration strongly disagreed, saying black candidates are winning in Louisiana and elsewhere in non-majority black districts, and it was time to stop grouping voters based on the color of their skin. Like with this Louisiana map, which critics say is unconstitutional because it relied too heavily on race to create black congressional districts.
You have to create a district for black Democrats that you would never create for white Democrats in a Republican state. It's essentially being used as a reverse partisan gerrymander on purely racial grounds.
CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says the court's conservative majority may find a middle ground, but one that could still reach far beyond Louisiana and significantly change Congress.
Political scientists that I've looked at, who I've looked at their studies, say this would be a big boon for Republicans and could potentially lock in a Republican majority in the House of Representatives for years, maybe decades.
The Supreme Court isn't expected to deliver a decision until next spring. Jan Crawford, CBS News, Washington.
The decision may come after states hold their primaries, meaning it would likely have no impact in next year's midterms. However, a lawyer for the non-black Louisiana voters challenging the map in this case urged the justices to rule earlier. Well, still to come, Ghost returns for season 5 tonight on CBS as Jade tries to void his deal with the devil. Plus, Chris returns with another look at your Thursday forecast. We'll be right back. Your favorite ghosts are back for a 5th season, and the Rockettes kickstart the Christmas countdown. Gwen Baumgartner has your Eye on Entertainment report.
Premiere week continues on CBS with the return of Ghosts Season 5.
An eternity in hell. I know what that's like. I want to spend a weekend in Boston.
The supernatural comedy picks up with Jay's attempt to void his deal with the devil, aided by some haunted helpers. You can catch Season 5 of Ghosts tonight on CBS and Paramount+. We're still weeks out from Halloween, but in New York, the Rockettes are kicking off rehearsals for their annual Christmas Spectacular.
It's such a milestone moment for the company, and to just be stepping in and joining this legacy that's been inspiring audiences for generations is just so special, and it's such an honor.
The Radio City Rockettes are celebrating 100 years of performances. The Christmas special opens on November 6th. Meghan Markle is releasing a holiday special on Netflix. She spoke at a women's summit in D.C. about what viewers can expect.
I do lots of gift wrapping techniques. You guys know I used to teach gift wrapping at Paper Source and advanced gift wrapping. So, all of those things that you do as an auditioning actor, that's not the full circle I was expecting, but here we are.
The episode will be an extension of her show, With Love, Meghan. It's unclear whether the series will be renewed for a 3rd season. The holiday special will be released in November on Netflix. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Let's take it over now to Chris for a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got clear skies to start the day today. Clouds increasing as we head into the afternoon and watching those thunderstorm chances as we roll into the upcoming weekend. Got a full look at your forecast and a breakdown of what we can expect when the KOAM News returns. Time now, 6:19. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. 6:21, almost 6:22 on this Thursday morning. Got a lot to discuss. Thankfully, not today. The only thing we have happening today is first, we have clear skies through the first half of the day. And then after 2 o'clock, clouds begin to increase pretty quickly. We're going to be mostly cloudy as we head through the evening and overnight hours. Future Track says maybe a sprinkle or two. I'd say it's not out of the question, but any rain chance we have overnight tonight into the first portion of our Friday is really, really low out there. Will otherwise just be cloudy. Now, here's where things begin to shake up a bit. As we head into Friday afternoon and evening, believe it or not, skies are expected to kind of clear out, just being partly cloudy, which then south winds tomorrow, gusting upwards of 25, brings in that warm, moist air and does set the stage for some of those strong to low-grade severe storms. So again, an emphasis. We are not looking at a significant severe weather risk or a significant severe weather outbreak tomorrow night into Saturday. The reason there's been so much put on this, and as I've discussed, is primarily, not just only, but primarily the Carthage Maple Leaf Festival. We're talking 40, 50,000 people outside in Carthage Saturday morning, right when we could be getting some showers and storms. Now, rain on Maple Leaf, even rain on your corn mazes and pumpkin patches, not necessarily a showstopper by any means, but it's a rare situation where we have that threat for severe weather associated with that rain, especially heading for Maple Leaf. So that's why we're just putting that emphasis on staying weather aware by Saturday morning. So here's what we've got. By about 10 o'clock in that range, some isolated to scattered showers, few rumbles of thunder start moving in. And we get a bigger batch of showers and storms after midnight. So here we are at 2 a.m. We got some showers, Chanute, maybe just west of Parsons, down toward Coffeyville. Thunderstorms, Yates Center, Eureka, Howard, Fredonia, and some of those could be strong to potentially low-grade severe. By 4 a.m., this first batch starts moving east. It's along the I-49 and 69 corridors. So up toward Butler, Nevada, Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Lamar, maybe Jasper. Some strong to low-grade severe storms possible, but at the same time, a new line starts pushing in. So we've got from Burlington, Yates Center, Fredonia, Eureka, Howard, another round of strong to low-grade severe showers and thunderstorms out there. Now, 6 a.m. All right, we've got thunderstorms back towards Chanute, Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Parsons, Coffeyville, Oswego, Veneta, Newada, Miami. And then we've got more ahead of it. Stockton, Nevada, Lamar, Joplin, Carthage. And some of these storms by 6 a.m. could still also be strong to low-grade severe. And that's the emphasis. This isn't a significant event. It's just really bad timing. So even if you're not heading to Maple Leaf Saturday morning, let's say you're doing something else. You're heading out to a corn maze, a pumpkin patch, some kind of event like that. You've got to be very weather aware. By the time the parade starts, showers, thunderstorms out there, still stretching back into southeastern Kansas. Parsons, Oswego, back down toward Veneta, Miami, and then around Stockton, Joplin, Neosho, Seneca. And some of these could continue to be strong to low-grade severe. And while rain may ease up briefly in Carthage during the parade, more thunderstorms are expected to roll up I-44. So now by 9:30, 10, Nevada, back down toward Baxter Springs, Galena, Riverton, Miami, back down toward Fairland, Grove, Anderson, Neosho, Monette, Mount Vernon, Cassville. We have thunderstorms scattered in nature, but still could be strong to low-grade severe. Then we clear out. Winds expected to really ramp up Saturday afternoon and into the evening as this system actually begins to approach us, and it could trigger a new round of storms as it approaches, and some of these could be strong to severe, and they could build and intensify very quickly, so we got to pay close attention to that as well. All right, so for tomorrow night into the first portion of our Saturday, we have a level 1 out of 5 risk for wind and hail. Damaging wind is really the primary concern with any of the stronger storms, but some hail is not out of the question. And then for Saturday, this level 2 out of 5 is really for any development that takes place right along that boundary by Saturday late afternoon into the evening. It could build and intensify quickly, but it should also exit quickly as well, but something else that we've got to keep a close eye on. All right, so again, maybe some patchy fog through 8, not much out there right now. Low 60s to start, mid-70s by 11 a.m. Our highs today still above normal, low mid-80s. We'll go mid-80s again for our Friday, about 80 for Saturday, but look, this is the power of that system. Down to the upper 40s, where we should be. Saturday night into Sunday, low 70s on Sunday, one of the most fall-like days we're going to have. More rain chances Monday, Tuesday, and we'll start to warm up again by the end of next week. That's a check of your forecast. We're going to send it to Elise now with Health Watch.
All right, Chris, thanks. So obesity in America just skyrocketed from 40% to 70%, but not for the reason you may think. Researchers at Mass General Brigham looked at a new definition of obesity, which includes measures of body fat distribution in addition to body mass index. Under this new definition, the vast majority of Americans are considered obese. And an unintended side effect of popular weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, they may also reduce alcohol use. A study from the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute found GLP-1 drugs slow the speed at which alcohol enters the bloodstream, which also slows the effects on the brain. And researchers say if alcohol takes longer to take effect, it's less likely to lead to abuse. And there's a growing concern over a measles outbreak in South Carolina and whether misinformation about vaccines is making it worse. Health officials have now confirmed 16 cases in the state since July, and dozens of students are quarantining at home. Christian Benavides has more from South Carolina.
Measles cases are on the rise, forcing nearly 140 unvaccinated students in 2 South Carolina schools to stay home for 3 weeks after they were exposed to the virus. Parents Chandler and Emma Gordon are expecting baby number 3 in April. While they and their boys are vaccinated, the recent measles outbreak has made them extra careful.
We're a little cautious, knowing a newborn coming into this doesn't have the opportunity to be vaccinated or protected against measles.
The highly contagious virus spreads through the air and can linger for up to 2 hours. Symptoms can include high fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes, and a rash. The virus can also cause severe infections, especially in kids under 5.
It's very concerning. We have never had this big of an outbreak, especially in such a short amount of time.
Dr. Ashley Gardner works at Parkside Pediatrics in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Have you seen changes in parents in recent years?
We have. The miscommunications that can happen sometimes lead to a decrease in vaccine rates, and it's our job as doctors in order to help give truth and point them to hopefully having the best medical decision possible.
The measles vaccine is safe and effective according to the CDC. Nationwide measles cases are at a more than 3-decade high, while vaccination rates among kindergartners have been trending downwards in recent years.
Measles is so contagious that it needs a very, very high level of vaccination in order to achieve that herd immunity. And so if it dips down at all, there's the risk for this highly contagious virus spreading very quickly.
Symptoms can take 1 to 3 weeks to appear, and so someone could be sick and be spreading it without even realizing it. Health officials say at least one of the cases was linked to a local gym. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Greenville, South Carolina.
And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, weather could impact Saturday's Maple Leaf Festival Parade in Carthage.
And no weather impacts today, warm and clouds increasing. We'll go over your forecast, get you out the door coming up.
A new chapter in family time is being written under the lights. I'm Samantha Walker with a story that's bound to inspire.
Most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:32. I'm Elise Snowy.
I'm Chris Warner. It is really warm in the studio right now. Maybe it's just, is it me?
It kind of, normally it's freezing in here and I'm not cold right now, so that probably means that it's hot.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Well, anyway, it's Thursday, October the 16th, and a very bittersweet Thursday. We've been letting folks know this week, but we got to make a bigger deal because somebody's not going to see our show today, and they're going to start emailing like next week. This is Elise Noe's last day with us today.
Is. And a big thank you to all at home for tuning in with us every single morning. It's been a pleasure to start my career here in the 4 states. Chris, thank you to you. And of course, thank you to Trevor, Bobby, Tim, Lydia, everyone who's directed, produced, and master control that I've had the pleasure of working with. It's really been an honor, and really I'm sad to go, but of course, sometimes it's just time to move closer to family and friends, to start something new, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and we're very excited for you to get back home. We've told you before, there's folks like me, this is where I'm from. I'm not going anywhere, unfortunately, but for folks like Elise, we get a number of talented journalists that come through here, but they're working their way back home. home. So while we hate to lose these talented folks like Elise here, we're just very excited for them to go back home because family is extremely important. And some of them come from great distances to be here. So we just appreciate you for coming down here and spending time with us. But we are going to miss you. And you probably won't miss the summer in the fall stuff, though, because you're heading back up north. We won't get into details, but you're from up north where it actually probably is a little more fall-like than we are. And we've still got some time before it settles into fall here in the 4 states. We're going to start with our live look outside downtown Pittsburgh. So, again, we've got clear skies this morning. In fact, we'll have clear skies through the first half of the day. And then clouds will increase, and then that'll be kind of that. No, this isn't it. This is our camera at 7th and Rangeline. It's looking good. MoDOT camera. This is the one from 20th and Rangeline in Joplin, also looking good this morning as well. So folks get their Thursday commute underway. I've been bringing up the fog tracker every so often. We've seen some light fog, parts of Barton and Crawford County this morning. We've got some Washington, southern Chautauqua, and western Newada counties as well. So just be aware there's some isolated patchy fog out there this morning. Just make sure you're keeping your eyes out. Low beams, not your high beams if you run into any of that fog as well. And slow down if you do too, because you don't know. It could thicken up really quickly. So you just want to be cautious. Now, after all that's done, we are going to go with clear skies again through noon, and then after 2, clouds will begin to increase rather quickly, and eventually all of us, as we head into the evening, are going to go mostly cloudy, but we will be dry. However, it's the next couple of days we're watching. We do have that level 1 out of 5 risk. This is going to be really for after 10 o'clock tomorrow through about 7 a.m. on Saturday, and then this will carry us through the rest of the day Saturday. It's a level 1 and 2 out of 5, but I'm going to be honest with you, this level 2 out of 5 on Saturday is for what's expected much later in the day Saturday. We'll have storms in the morning that can be strong to severe, but then as the front approaches, it's going to trigger more storms by late evening on Saturday. They're expected to develop pretty quickly. They could intensify very quickly, but then they'll exit very quickly as well. So we just want to keep an eye on those also. This morning, temperatures still well above normal, but boy, it is cooler than we have been here lately. Take a look. Grove and Jay both at 55, and I believe they are sitting as the cool spots this morning. Got some upper 50s and some low 60s across the region as well as we get this day underway. All right, kids heading out the door again, maybe some isolated fog, otherwise clear skies, 60, 78, sunny for lunch at recess, 83, and mostly cloudy as they head back home. We're looking about the mid-60s by 9, near 80 by noon, and our highs today in the low to mid-80s. Now, we do have that severe threat rolling in tomorrow night into Saturday. We're going to break down the details and the timing on those storms for you here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. And as you mentioned, thousands of people are looking to Saturday morning's forecast and how it might impact what is historically the largest parade in the 4 states. The annual Maple Leaf Festival Parade in Carthage typically draws tens of thousands of spectators. Carthage Chamber of Commerce President Julie Reams tells us the parade will proceed starting at 9 a.m. Saturday, rain or shine. She says lightning or severe weather could force a postponement, but light to moderate rain would not. Reams says organizers are keeping in close contact with meteorologists as the parade approaches. In the Columbus High School football field, you won't see a game underway. Instead, you'll see families coming together to share stories. KOAM's Samantha Walker has more on the novel idea of reading under the lights.
Nothing beats a good book, from novels to picture books. And on this field in Columbus, generations of families have gathered to turn the pages together.
It's just a family event for people to come, enjoy the evening, sit on the football field and read books with their families.
The story of Reading Nights Under the Lights has all the right elements. Families, fun, and plenty of page turners.
A lot of families are always asking us what are things that they can do to help their kids' education at home, and one of the simplest, easiest things they can do is just read at home with their kids.
They're just sitting down for a minute and just like taking a break and just reading. Get smarter than just looking into a TV. And also that's how I think culture works.
The Cherokee County Parents as Teachers and Chick-fil-A Leader Academy are giving each family a new book, so that way even after the event they can continue reading together.
And I think that's really cool because I like to learn with books. They have interesting facts. Yes.
Because with every new page is a new memory together.
Because my parents are always too busy at night, so I kind of have to read to myself, so it's really special to me to read with my mom and my brother.
And students take away the lesson that
reading is fun!
Reporting in Columbus, Samantha Walker, KOAM News. The end.
Let's look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Using AI to write your resume could cost you the job. Plus, Halloween isn't just for kids anymore, as 62% of adults say the spooky holiday is for them too. We'll have the latest. Time now, 6:39. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
All right, time for some birthdays. As you recall, we had a technical issue yesterday, so we have a lot of birthdays and anniversaries this morning. We're going to start with Case from Frontenac, celebrating birthday number 6 with love from Mom, Dad, and the brothers and sisters.
And a very happy birthday to Amari, Cato, and Gerard, turning 8.
And in Fort Scott, Dougie Orendorf, celebrating birthday number 11. Happy birthday.
And a happy 26th birthday to Madison Barber in Joplin. It says, happy B-Day, Maddie, and Casey loves you.
And in Frontenac, another 26, Emily McPherson, celebrating 26, says happy birthday from Hunter and the kids, Jackson and Elizabeth.
And in Neosho, a happy 47th birthday to Angela Killian. It says happy belated from your sisters, Sharia and Regina.
And in Erie, Kevin Yarnell, celebrating birthday number 49. Happy birthday, Kevin.
And in Iola, a happy 90th birthday to Thelma Hilbrandt.
And then our very own Leona Sherwood, celebrating another year wiser today. Leona helps handle a number of things here at the station, and we are absolutely grateful for her and everything that she does. And Leona, always a pleasant smile, just like that, every time I see her. Always smiling. A very happy birthday to you, Leona.
Birthday. And a happy 32nd anniversary to John and Cindy Johnson in Chitopa. It says happy anniversary from your family and church.
And in Jasper, Dale and Sandra Earl celebrating their 54th wedding anniversary. Very happy anniversary to the Earls.
And a happy 64th anniversary to Nancy and Dale Roten in Columbus. It says happy 64th from your family and many friends.
And we also have Karen Smith celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday.
And in Iola, happy 61st birthday to Terry Down. It says love from the whole clan.
And continuing with where we, well, perhaps not. Oh, never mind. We have 2 birthday lists because,
yes,
we missed some, but I think I just noticed that, we're okay. Never mind. My apologies. Elise, one last time,
yes.
Where do people need to send birthdays and anniversaries
Yes,
to?
please submit your birthdays and your anniversaries to birthdays@koamnewsnow.com. Be sure to include those wonderful photos and messages to, of course, meet the deadline at the bottom of your screen, and to also please include the date of your celebration when submitting as well.
Very important information there, and some important weather information for you. So we're going to start with today, of course. Today, not bad. It's still warm. It's still well above normal, but we'll have clear skies through about the lunch hour. And as we end the afternoon, clouds begin increasing. We'll go mostly cloudy through the afternoon, evening, and overnight hours. Now, Future Track is hinting that a sprinkle or two is possible. Not out of the realm of possibility. Any rain chance prior to our storm chances tomorrow, very, very, very low. But a sprinkle or two is not out of the question as we start our Friday. Then we'll actually start to clear out by Friday afternoon. Of winds out of the south gusting to 20, 25 miles an hour. And with those clearing skies, that brings in some more moist air, sets the stage for our storms. Now, again, this is not a major severe weather outbreak by any means. In fact, overall, our severe risks are low. They're on the low end of the spectrum. It's just all the things happening tomorrow. And again, even beyond Maple Leaf, there's a plenty of corn mazes, pumpkin patches, other fall outdoor activities that you may want to do this weekend. You're going to want to make sure you're staying weather aware. So let's head into Friday night. By about 10, we start getting some scattered showers, thunderstorms up north initially. And then after midnight, this batch begins working in. So Burlington, Yates Center, back toward Eureka and Howard, maybe even Fredonia. Some showers, Chanute, just west of Parsons, down toward Coffeyville. These could be strong to severe, at least low-grade severe. By 4 a.m., that first batch is now from Butler down toward Nevada, Fort Scott, around Pittsburgh, Lamar, Jasper, with some lighter showers and thunderstorms thunderstorm activity down south. Some of those still strong to low grade severe. But at 4 a.m. as well, take a look out west. Another group of thunderstorms coming in. So now back to Burlington, Yates Center, around Fredonia, Howard, Eureka. Another round of showers and storms that could be strong to severe. Now that expands a bit in coverage. And so by 6 a.m., 6 a.m. is kind of key because it's a family tradition on my wife's side. She's from Carthage. They go to Maple Leaf every year, and I know we're out the door pretty darn early. If that's your plan tomorrow, you need to really start being weather aware because by 6, we have scattered thunderstorms. Stockton, Nevada, Lamar, Carthage, Joplin, Miami, Veneta, Nowata, Parsons, Pittsburgh, Chanute, Fort Scott. Kind of get the idea here. Any of these could be strong to low grade severe. So that's why you've got to pay attention. Now we go about 9, parade starts in Carthage. More thunderstorms, still potentially strong to low grade severe. Now Parsons, back toward Miami, Veneta, south of Pittsburgh. Some strong storms possible around Joplin and right up to Carthage. Monette, Cassville, Stockton, some light showers, same around Grove. Now this pushes through and there's a brief pause between about 9:30 and 10 where rain might let up a bit in Carthage, but it is brief. Another round of storms comes up the turnpike and it could still be strong to low grade severe. Once we get past that, we'll clear out. We are very windy for Saturday. Winds are gusting upwards 30 miles an hour or so, and that's setting the stage for the front. As it approaches, it could trigger another round of showers and storms ahead of it that are expected to do a couple of 2 or 3 things. One, they could develop very quickly late evening Saturday. They could intensify very quickly late evening Saturday, but they should also move out very quickly late evening Saturday. All right, quick reminder, we have a level 1 out of 5 risk for large hail and the potential for damaging wind gusts with the storms tomorrow night into Saturday morning. And as we head into Saturday afternoon, evening really, we have that level 1 and 2 out of 5 risk for those additional storms. So again, the risks are low, but they are there. And the primary concern really is with damaging wind gusts at this point. Let's check your forecast. We'll be back in just a moment with another look at the forecast and your wake up recap. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., a Florida teen paralyzed in a car crash now competes on her high school swim team. More at 7. We have temperatures today, low mid 80s, clouds increasing this afternoon, mild tonight, back into the mid to upper 60s. And then we've got our thunderstorm chances after 10 o'clock tomorrow through Saturday. Some of those could be strong to severe, so just make sure you are staying weather aware. And again, damaging winds are the primary concern with any of the stronger storms, but something we want to keep a close eye on. And one last reminder for you folks at home. Elise Noe signing off here on the KOAM Morning News for the last time.
Yes, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you again to all of you at home and all of you here at KOAM. It certainly has been just a great experience for sure.
All right, Elise, thank you. That's going to do it for now. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll still see you today at noon.